and let's resume our talk about in-house nibs. Here we have another example of the recent introduction, even in the Visconti pen company, of an in-house production of nibs. You can see this Blue Lagoon Homo sapiens Crystal Edition, which is really gorgeous. It has been released a few years back, and I'm showing you this pen because I like it so much, but also because it was the first one I received when Visconti introduced the in-house 6 sides 18 karat solid gold nib, which we are now showing you. It fits a classic ABS feeder, and it has been much improved in the last months with the introduction in Visconti of a professional figure of a nib tuner, let's call it like that has put his know-how to enhance the last touch of tuning to this beautiful nib. So you are now in front of a very well riding nib, perfect in any way. It is its own characteristic, its own features compared to the classic German ones are, first of all, it's a stiffer nib, so that means that the widths that are available, which range from extra fine to stub, including so fine, medium and broad, are not so large in width when you write as you are used with the classic Western nib. I will show you shortly how this extra fine works. It's a real enjoyable extra fine for whoever loves a true extra fine nib. The tipping has been improved, it's nearly perfect now. And the flow, it's consistent but drier than the usual Western types. So, as I told you in the previous video, when I first introduced this argument about in-house nibs and talking about the nibs from Stipula, I can tell you right now as well that we are in front of a different riding experience than the usual one, which is something you are looking for. A pen with a nib different from all the others, but of course working well. And this is what, after a few years of studying and a lot of tests and checks, has now recently arrived to offer you Visconti from Florence. I think it's time to stop talking and test these beautiful nibs. I'm going to test 2 opposite nibs. A stub. Look how beautiful they are, the colors of this edition, with the power filler double reservoir patented by Visconti. This is the stub nib. And then I will show you the extra fine. So the 2 most difficult nibs, I would say, to tune and to make, where you can really test how a nib, if a nib has been properly realized. Okay, let's start dipping into the beautiful turquoise color that matches perfectly this pen. Let's organize the dipping. Okay, let's open this beautiful new bottle of ink from Visconti that allows you to get till the last drop of ink, and let's dip quite a lot because a stub nib just dipping needs to be very wet to work. Okay, let's open it. So we have Visconti, new, in-house stub nib, 18 karat solid gold nib. It's really smooth and the fluid's consistent, never skips. It's a good job, and the beautiful color of the pen, which we know this collection is probably the most iconic from Visconti. It's beautiful, and the two double reservoir inside are perfectly visible. It's so beautiful, this pen. And now I will show you the extra fine. Each one is a unique piece with a different pattern, so there is never one equal to the other. This Homo sapiens crystal series, which every year offers us a different unique color. So let's test now this extra fine. Visconti. Extra fine 18 karat. It's called, they call it Giotto nib. I hope I can clearly convey to you how thin it is. It really looks like, even with a slight, very light pressure, I'm just flowing like this. If you take a, okay, yeah, just like this, look. I'm not making any kind of pressure on the paper, just using, look, the line never skips, never lose the flow, and it's so consistent and it's so thin. I could compare it to a Japanese one without any doubt. Japanese touch, I would call it. For whoever loves extra fine, this is truly a great achievement, I can tell you. I would never have dreamt to tell you something like that if I wasn't sure, and I wasn't up till now. So, my dear friends, let's get back to trust Visconti, because they're now doing a great job once again. And this pen, and with this nib, I know it's expensive, but it's tremendously beautiful, 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 and great pen. See you next time. Bye bye.